Think about the last time you drove. Chances are you passed a dozen of them without even a second thought. The traffic light. But what looks like a simple red, yellow, and green system, well, it's actually hiding a ton of complexity. And believe it or not, a lot of hidden danger. So today, we're going to go way beyond the basics to help make you a smarter, safer driver.
And that really gets to the heart of it, right? Every single time you approach an intersection, you're making this split-second judgment call, and the stakes are just incredibly high. I mean, the data backs this up. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says intersections are some of the most dangerous places on the road. A decision you make in the blink of an eye can literally change everything.
So let's deconstruct what we all think we know. We're going to move past the simple, obvious rules to really understand the dynamics at play every single time those colors change.
Let's start with the big one, the yellow light. Now, officially, it means prepare to stop, but come on. For so many drivers, it's a signal to floor it. And traffic safety experts are clear, this is, hands down, one of the most dangerous moments you can possibly face in traffic.
This is what traffic engineers actually call the yellow light dilemma. It's that moment of complete uncertainty. You know the feeling, right? Do I slam on the brakes and risk getting rear-ended, or do I punch it and risk getting T-boned? That hesitation, or that sudden aggression, it creates the perfect storm for really serious crashes.
So how are you supposed to handle that moment? Well, you have to run this lightning-fast calculation in your head. First, assess your distance. If you're already basically in the intersection, braking is a terrible idea. Second, check your speed. Can you actually stop smoothly and safely from where you are? And third, and this is so crucial, you have to check your rearview mirror. Is there a car right on your tail?
Now look at this number. This is the average time you have to process all of that information and make a decision. Just 1 to 1.5 seconds. That's it. You're making a critical safety calculation in literally less time than it takes you to blink.
Okay, let's move on and bust a huge myth. I like to call it the green light fallacy. We are all programmed from the time we're kids, green means go. But assuming that a green light is some guarantee of safety, well, that is one of the riskiest assumptions you can possibly make on the road. So here's the crucial point. A green light is not some kind of magical force field that protects you from somebody else's mistake. All it means is that you have permission to enter the intersection, but only when it is safe to do so. The responsibility to proceed with caution is still 100% on you. And why isn't it a guarantee? Well, because of all this. People run red lights for a million different reasons. You've got impatience, pure aggression, somebody totally distracted on their phone, confusion, someone blindly following the car ahead of them, slippery roads, or maybe a huge truck that physically cannot stop in time. Your green light doesn't change any of that. Now, we've talked about lights that are working just fine, but what happens when they start to get weird? When signals are malfunctioning or flashing, that's when things can get really chaotic if you don't know the exact rules of the road. Okay, this is a big one, so let's make it crystal clear. If you see a flashing red light, you treat it exactly like a stop sign. No exceptions. Come to a complete stop, and you proceed when it's your turn. Now, a flashing yellow light is a warning. It means slow down, proceed with caution, but you do not have to stop. And if the light is completely dead, the rule is absolute. That intersection is now a four-way stop. The first person to arrive is the first to go. Simple as that. Okay, for our final section, let's pull back the curtain a little bit and look at the invisible intelligence behind the traffic signal itself, from its wild history to the pretty cool tech that makes it all work today. And this timeline really shows you just how far we've come. The very first traffic signal was installed in London way back in 1868. The only problem, it was lit by gas, and it exploded after about a month. Yeah, not a great start. Things got a lot safer in 1914 with the first electric system in Cleveland. But the real game changer came in 1920, when a police officer in Detroit introduced that crucial third amber light, giving us the system we pretty much still use today. So how do these things seem to just know that you're there? Well, a lot of them still run on simple timers, but the smarter ones use all sorts of tech. You know those black lines cut into the pavement? Those are inductive loops. They detect the metal in your car. Others use video cameras or even radar to see the flow of traffic. And of course, you've got the pedestrian push buttons and even special systems that let emergency vehicles trigger their own green light. You know, when you put it all together, it's pretty clear there's a lot more to a traffic light than meets the eye. But understanding the yellow light dilemma, the green light fallacy, and all the tech working behind the scenes, it changes you from just being a passive rule follower into an active, aware participant in your own safety.
So that really just leaves one last thought. The next time you're driving, how are you going to approach that intersection? Will you see it a little differently? Because putting this knowledge into practice, it makes a real difference for you and for everyone else on the road.
Please like, subscribe, and get notified.